Health is wealth. I'm creating this video as an educational tool. But first and foremost, my name is Tamal Brown. I am a certified hydration specialist. I got certified through a training course and program that was pretty much provided by Zuma Worldwide. And it pretty much helps those who get that certification to be able to see water on a molecular level and to understand how hydration actually works inside of the body. It also teaches us that water is not just water. It's not created equal. But what really urged me to make this particular video right here is because there's a lot of talks about distilled water, right? And I have some distilled water right here. The label is kind of ripped off, but you can see it started off as DIS. So this is distilled water. And just so you know, with the reports with the nanoplastics, if you get it like this, I would highly suggest that you still run it through a filter, before actually drinking it, which is what I would do, right? But for demonstration purposes, it's fine. And there's a misconception about distilled water that's connected to this, reverse osmosis water, bottled water, tap water. But distilled water has been taught to a lot of the health community that it's safe by itself, but it's not. Because just like reverse osmosis water or any filtered water, right, it's stripped of all of the nutrients. But if you don't put that nutrients back into it, then it doesn't have any real health benefits. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking. I'm going to show you by way of demonstration what I'm talking about. So I'm going to do a pH test on this distilled water to show you just why it can't hydrate you by itself. You have to add minerals to it. Because our blood is 7.365, right? And I got my pH drops right here. So anything that you put in your body, any liquid, even fruits and foods and things like that. You have acidic foods, alkaline foods, acidic foods. It's either alkaline or it's acidic. It's the same thing with every liquid. And most of the water that people are drinking, including distilled water, is acidic. But some people learn more or learn better by way of seeing things, right? So here we have what looks like a perfectly healthy glass of distilled water, right? But what we can't see in this glass is that it has clustered water molecules. And it has a very low and acidic pH. So introducing this into the body by itself is just like drinking free radicals or unstable molecules, right? So what happens is when you drink this by itself, the water molecules are too large to get inside of our cells on a cellular level. So hydration cannot be accomplished. So what you want to do, you want to microcluster that water. Because by microclustering the water, when you drink it, then it'll be able to get inside of the cells. But if it doesn't have any mineral content, right, and it's already acidic, then it's not going to be able to accomplish that. So you see, I just added the pH drops to that distilled water. And as you can see for yourself, right, I'm going to put a little white napkin behind the glass so that way you can actually see the color of that water. You see how like yellowish and orange it is? That means that it's beneath a 7.365. You see, this chart right here, you see the green right there? That's a 7.365 average. So the distilled water is probably like a 6, right? So that means that it's beneath the alkalinity of our blood. So drinking it by itself is not going to hydrate the body, and it's not going to provide the body with any health benefits. Now, there are people that say, well, you know, if you're going to do a detox or you're going to go on a fast or what have you. But my question is, why would you want to fast when you're not eating and you're not getting any nutrients through your food? Why would you want to fast with dead water that can't hydrate you and it doesn't have any minerals in it? It doesn't have any health benefits or any nutrients inside of it whatsoever, right? So it's not going to be able to provide your body with the nutrients that it needs. So I got to get some X2O. I'll be right back. So I went and got some minerals. I didn't have any on hand because I want to show you how to correct the problem, right? So I have 70 trace all natural alkaline marine minerals, and I'm going to add it to this distilled water, and it's going to micro cluster the water, making it small enough to be able to get inside of the cells, right? And as you can see, it instantly raises the pH of that water. You see? So I've just added billions of antioxidants to this water. I've added 70 trace minerals, alkaline minerals, to this water that are harvested from a blue zone off of the coast of Okinawa, Japan. So naturally, I'm not going to drink this because I've already added pH drops, but my water in my bottle that I keep my minerals in, I know that it's micro-clustered. I know that it's health benefits. I started off with a clean base, which is the distilled water or the reverse osmosis water or the filtered water. But I'm going to neutralize those free radicals. I'm not going to drink it by itself so it doesn't oxidize my body. So you either, add the mineral content, or the water is going to pull that mineral content from your bones, from your blood, from your tissues, your muscles, your organs. And that's why a lot of people are mineral deficient, because you're drinking water that doesn't have the necessary mineral content that has already been stripped out of it. You have to put the minerals back in. So hopefully you found this to be educational. Or, all we can do is share the information with you. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. And, if you don't have the necessary minerals for your water and you would like to get those minerals, you can get them through the website that's attached to the video, right? Now, I'm going to tell you, a lot of times people go to Amazon, but you're not dealing directly with the company when you go to Amazon. And you see this little pouch right here? 6 sachets come in this pouch. I get it for $5.90 as a member, right? But retail, I think it's probably like about 7 and some change, something like that. For 6, 30 come in a pack. I get 20. I get 30 for $29.50, right? Or $29.95 or something like that. Little under 30 bucks. So just to save yourself some money, before you go running to Amazon where they're going to charge you $30, somebody that's independent that's probably reselling, going to sell you 6 sachets for $30. If you want to get these, you don't have to pay $30 for 6 sachets, because that's just a pouch. Okay? Mind you, I'm a member of the company. I get 6 for $5.90. If I wanted to buy it by 6, which I don't, I buy them by the pack. But if you were to pay $30 for 6 sachets 5 times and get 5 pouches, that's like close to 170, 180 bucks. So don't go to Amazon and get ripped off. If you want the minerals that I use, you can very well go through the website. I don't handle transactions. I don't do any shipping, anything like that. If you want to use the company that I use to get your minerals, you can shop through me because I am a member. And it's a member-to-member shop. But other than that, if you have something else that you want to use, the point is, that's your choice. But you don't want to drink distilled water by itself. You don't want to drink reverse osmosis water by itself. You don't want to drink any water without adding mineral contents to that water. It doesn't matter the name. It doesn't matter the brand. It doesn't matter how pretty the bottle is. And in a lot of cases, just because something is expensive, you're paying what, $2, $3, $4 for 50 fluid ounces of water. You need half of your body weight in fluid ounces a day. And the way that they're tricking people, you know, at the grocery store, they're selling you what, like 30 to 40 bottles of water, sometimes 45 bottles of water that are 12 fluid ounces for like $5 or $6, and you think you're getting a deal, right? But you're not. Because let's just say you have 2 to 3 people inside of your household and you got 35 to 45 bottles of water that are 12 fluid ounces. Each person in your household needs half of your body weight in fluid ounces a day in order to meet your requirements. So if you have somebody in the house that's, say, 200 pounds, you get the picture. So that means that one person would at least need, what, like 5 to 8 bottles of water a day out of that case. So it's not even going to really provide you with a week worth of a daily requisite of half of your body weight per person in the house for fluid ounces. And then if you don't have the mineral content, it's not hydrating you anyway. So you're really just ultimately wasting your money. You know, now I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. I'm just giving you the logics, right? Once you get the logics and you get the information and you see it for yourself, the rest is up to you. And I don't want you to go on Amazon looking for X2O, which I know a lot of people do, but they're going to be charging you $39, practically $40 for 6 sachets, okay? But if you want to go to Amazon and pay $40 for 6 sachets, hey, that's your choice. I get them for $5.90 directly through the company per pouch. I get 30 of these, 5 pouches of 6 for $29 and some change. Little under $30, right? That's less than $1 a sachet. So I'm putting this on my page because I know the tendency as a shopper. The first thing that you're going to do is go run to Amazon. But I'm telling you that that's not the company. The actual company, I shop directly with the company, and so can you. They're located in Hampton, Virginia. And you can shop retail. But even shopping retail, you're going to come out a whole lot better. $39.95 for 30 sachets opposed to you paying $39.95 for 6 sachets. You do the math if you go to Amazon. So with that, I just wanted to add that in there. Health is wealth. Take care of yourselves. If you have any questions, like I said, feel free to ask. And if it's something that I stated that you don't understand, just let me know, and maybe I'll make a video about it or whatever. But I've been working out practically my whole life, right? And I didn't have this information. I've been plant-based for 11 years now, right? And I didn't have this information 4 to 5 years ago. Come August, it'll be 5 years ago. It'll be 5 years, excuse me. So I know that communication is very important when it comes down to establishing an understanding. And in a lot of cases, I think that a lot of times people see me probably as like a salesperson. But the only person that can really speak for me is me. Do I make money? Offer referrals? Sure I do. Because I'm of the philosophy, why leave free money on the table? But this is something that I would be sharing with you whether or not if I were getting paid or not. And that's why I'm doing it. Because it's a worthy mission. Most of our body is made up of water. 85% of our brains are made up of water. And because I care about the people is why I'm sharing this information. Because a lot of the health issues that I see the people suffering from are preventable. Everybody's not going to be vegan. Everybody's not going to be plant-based. Everybody's not going to be a fruitarian, right? So I'm providing you with information that regardless of what type of meal plan or dietary food intake you're participating in or practicing on a daily basis, everything is a process. I didn't become plant-based overnight. I didn't go cold turkey. But regardless of how you're eating, you need a leverager. And I'm going to keep telling you, the soil is minerals depleted. You're looking at all of these. I was going to end this, but I usually go with my energies and my spirit take me. So, it doesn't have to be, like a clean cut and dry video. I'm just talking to you now on general principle. Because I want you to get this, whoever you may be, no matter where you may be. If you don't have this information already, that is. Because that's who it's for. A lot of the information that's being shared is problem-based. But in a lot of cases, they're not providing you with the solution. It's like, okay, you're taking all of these hits, but how do you defend yourself, right? It's not enough to tell you that there are nanoplastics now being found in the water. It's like, okay, what do I do about it? It's not enough to tell you that chlorine causes cancer. That's in your tap water. What do you do about it, right? You have to have a response to every attack, whether it be by way of default or circumstantial, or it's an intentional act that's being carried out systematically. I'll leave that up to you to debate which one it is. But what stands as being a fact is that from 1990 up until now, right, autism has gone up, cancer numbers have gone up year by year, high blood pressure, diabetes, right, rheumatoid arthritis. A lot of younger people are starting to look older than their years, right? I'm 46. I haven't had to have any major surgery, any surgeries. I haven't had to have any surgeries throughout my adult life, right? And I'm not on any pharmaceuticals. I work out every day. I get my proper rest. I don't smoke or drink. And I'm not telling you not to. I'm just telling you what I do and what I don't do. I can only tell you my truth as it stands for me. I love calisthenics and I run every week. I run, I run at least 5 to 10 miles a week. That's enough for me. Because I understand that putting too much stress, extremities, I just want to make sure that I'm capable of being able to cover a certain amount of terrain if I need to. So, and I like how it makes me feel. So it's a way of life for me. But it's not just all exercise. It's not just all hitting the gym. It's not just all training. Nutrition is a part of self-defense. And I'm going to say it again. Nutrition is a major foundational part of holistic health and health maintenance and stability. So if you're not hydrating your bodies properly every day, it's eventually going to catch up with you. It's just like your car. If you don't put the right gas in it, if you don't put the right oil, if you don't detox, and a lot of times people think that detoxing is, like starving yourself or fasting. I have nothing against fasting. But if you drink living, antioxidant, microclustered, hydrogen, mineralized water, and I'm not trying to sound complicated, I'm just giving you the facts. Your body is going to naturally detox every day. You're supposed to have at least 2 to 3 BMs every day. That's detoxification. If you're exercising, eating clean, drinking clean, and making sure that your body is getting the right amount of minerals, the right rest, your body is going to detoxify every day. How? On a cellular level. Because that's where real detoxification starts. Within inside of your mitochondria. But if your water is acidic, right? If you're drinking soda, if you're drinking acidic beverages, You know, you're knocking back 2 to 3 over acidic coffees every day, right? You're not hydrating your body. You're not having, you know, the proper bowel movements in the right amounts. You know, you're constipated, bloated, right? Your arteries are clogged up. Yeah, you know, you're gonna need a different type of detoxification because you're eating and drinking things, and if you're living like what they call I think like a sedentary or sedentary, you know, type of life. Basically, you're not moving. You have to forgive me. Some things I have a hard time with, but if you're not, you know, if you're not putting the right things in your body every day, you're causing your body to have to deal with more problems than it should have to. Let me see what you got here. I learned alcohol is absolutely. You learned right. I appreciate you putting that in the comments because, you know, I think that it's a collective discussion that needs to be held. So I appreciate that. Alcohol has actually been listed, just like red meat, as a Class A carcinogen. Now, there are, just like, you know, they have, like, you can have an herb. It has a health property to it. But if you use it in the wrong amounts, it could hurt you. So it's the same thing with, like, alcohol. Because some people use alcohol to make tinctures. But, you know, they use it to extract the medicinal properties out of particular herbs, flowers, roots, and things like that. But it's in the amount, in the dosage of that of like a banana, you know, like a well matured or ripe banana, wherein it can't really like hurt you. So the 80-20 rule, you know, 80% alkaline, 20% acidity, like, you know, as far as like foods that we eat, it's the same principle, you know. So yeah, but people that are just knocking back alcohol all day, every day, you know, like I said, I'm not here to tell anybody what to do, but it eventually catches up with you. You know, it eventually catches up with you. I used to drink, you know, I used to drink beer, alcohol, all that stuff growing up. You know, I did that. I'm 46 now. And I'm using myself as a model. I'm not saying that anybody has to live like me. You're going to do what you want to do. You're adults. But if I'm coming to you in truth and I'm telling you like, hey, you know what? I found out that reverse osmosis water can't hydrate me 5 years ago. And I've been using these minerals in my water for the last going on 5 years. I'm giving you not theory. It's not a theory. It's not an educated guess. It's not a hypothesis. It's real information that I've tried for years. And I no longer get headaches when I go run now. I can go run 5, 6, 7 miles, 10 miles, come back and still feel good. Why? Because my body is being hydrated on my cellular levels. Some of you are in the medical field. Some of you, you know, you have intelligence to understand this information regardless of what field of study you're in. And I understand communication is important, you know, because I didn't have this information. I didn't know about this. So I feel obligated to tell you about this because we're seeing people, real people like ourselves, their cholesterol, bad LDL cholesterol, you know, is coming down just by hydrating their bodies right and giving their bodies the proper minerals every day, you know. So we're seeing some amazing results from real people all across the nation, all around the world. And I just think that, you know, they're predicting that by the time 2050 gets here, that the majority of America is going to be obese. I don't want to be counted, you know, amongst that number. They're saying that between now and 2050, that 30 million people or something like that. This is a high number of people that are going to be deceased from preventable sicknesses and diseases, right? So, you know, I'm just doing my part to share what I know, what I've learned, what I'm continuing to learn with the people. The rest is up to you. Some people have a problem, you know, if they find out, hey, you know, that I get paid from the company for referrals. But you know what? I'm okay with what I love what I do. I love what I'm doing because it's not like I'm pointing the people in the direction of what could hurt you. You know, I'm not, you know, people buy cigarettes every day. Cigarettes is a booming industry. It causes lung cancer, emphysema, and, bronchial issues, respiratory issues. So if I was telling people about something that could hurt you, then I could see people having a problem with it. But I'm telling you about what you could get to lower your bad cholesterol and raise your good cholesterol. I'm telling you about minerals that are harvested out of the ocean that all you got to do is just drop it in your water like a tea bag and shake it up and let it infuse for about 5 minutes. And you're going to get instant hydrogen microclustered water with 70 trace minerals infused to it. And it's portable. I pop this in my pocket. You put it in your back pocket. If you're a lady, your pocketbook, your brother, corporate, briefcase, or wherever. Keep them in the car. Keep them in the office. This is what they look like. You get 6 in a pouch. It's made out of white birch tree. That's what the paper is made out of. So there's no chemicals in the paper. And I'm just here to educate you on what's available. You're drinking a lot of Gatorade, a lot of Powerade, a lot of 5-hour energy drinks and things like that. Those things are hurting you. All you got to do is just Google energy drinks and the deaths that have been associated with it. They just had a lawsuit come out for Prime. If you're drinking Prime, there's a little boy that have just been diagnosed with, I think you call it leukemia. I think like blood cancer or something like that. The family, it has to file a lawsuit, but the lawsuit is not going to make the cancer go away, though. Do your research on all of these military bases. Wherein the soldiers, for the last 20 or 30 years, they got class action lawsuits for PFAS. So I encourage you to filter your water and add the necessary mineral contents. That's the simplicity of it. You don't have to be a certified hydration specialist like me. I went and got the certification through the company because I wanted to educate myself more so that I could educate the people more, in a more effective way. But you don't have to do it what I've done, in order to protect yourselves, is what I'm saying. And if you want to see what's inside of your water, go to ewg.org/tap water. And that's ewg.org/tap water. And type in your zip code. Type in your state and your city and look at the amount of carcinogens are in your tap water alone. And how the bottled waters trick us is that they filter it, but then they add synthetic chemicals. The same synthetic chemicals that the tap water or the waterwork municipality are putting into the tap water is the same type of synthetic inorganic compounds and chemicals that the bottled waters are adding to the bottled water after they strip it of the chlorine. But now you got to think about nanoplastics and microplastics. All you got to do is look this stuff up. Look up nanoplastics. Look up microplastics inside of bottled waters. Do your own research, right? Go to ewg.org/tap water and look up the water, the same water that you pay for with your water bill has tons and loads of carcinogens in it. THMs and all kind of other nonsense. So, I come across, even in the physical combat community, like boxing, jiu-jitsu, a lot of combat sports, MMA, or you may be an athlete like football, basketball, baseball, or whatever your sport is. You are the guy, the men and women, right, alike, and children alike, families that are more active than the average citizen or civilian. So that means that you're depleting your body more so than the average person. You may be into construction, or you may be in a field of occupation wherein you're outside all day. And it's like a physical thing that you have to do. How are you replenishing your body? How are you hydrating your body? What is your mineral source? Because our bodies don't produce minerals. And I'm going to keep telling you, you can look this up too. The mineral depletion of the soil here in America has been going on for the last 50 to 75 years. So if we're not getting minerals from our food source through the soil in the groundwater, we got to ask ourselves, are you getting it through fast food? Are you getting it? How are you getting your minerals? So the body can't take but so much deficiency and depletion before it starts to break down. And, like I said, I'm just talking to you now. Maybe what I'm saying will get through, to who it needs to get through to, for you to become more proactive with your daily hydration and your daily nutrition. I work out every day. I'm a runner. And I know that I was getting headaches and crashing and burning years ago. But ever since I started adding these minerals to my water every day and utilizing these supplements from this company, Zuma Worldwide, I don't crash and burn anymore, and I don't get headaches after my runs, and I feel like I can go. My muscle repair has doubled and increased, wherein I'm not sore as long. Why? Because I'm getting the right amount of potassium. I'm getting the right amount of magnesium. I'm getting the right amount of calcium. And what they don't tell you is, I'm gonna show you something. I got my book right here that I got from when I got certified as a certified hydration specialist, right? Because a lot of people say, well, you know what? I use vitamins, every day. But what kind of vitamins do you use? Did you know that there are like 4 types of calcium? And that a lot of the vitamins that they're selling to you out in the public market, that our bodies are not conducive with that calcium? But the calcium that's inside of these sachets that I told you about, that you can infuse, and mind you, some people really are not really good at drinking a lot of water. We have beverages. We got Zuma Blast. We have Focus Up. We have other things that you can add to the water. But you can add this to wine. Did you know that? You can add X2O. You can add these minerals and infuse these minerals with any liquid beverage that's not carbonated. Now, I don't drink, but I've tested this product to the max. I've even gotten people in my family that drink alcohol, and I've tested the pH of alcohol, of liquor, right? And when I added this to the liquor in the glass, it turned the liquor, it raised the pH of the liquor. So if it could raise the pH of liquor, right, it could raise the pH of orange juice, it could raise the pH of apple juice or whatever. So the point is, you want to get these minerals inside your body the best way that you can every day. But let me get back to this. I'm going to take a page out of this book, right? This is the manual. This is the manual that I had to study, right, and go through in order to become a certified hydration specialist. See that? So I got my certification. I know it's backwards to you, but I want to give you this calcium gain, because a lot of times people be like, well, you know what? I already take vitamins. I take calcium. I'm going to take it out the book so you can see it for yourself. I don't know if you can read it because my camera's backwards, but I'm going to show you the picture, right? Now, you probably can't read it because it's backwards, but here we have calcium carbonate, right? Dolomite calcium and egg calcium. That's like the shell or the hard, sedimentary type of rocky type of calcium. And then you got X2O calcium. You got X2O calcium. Now I'm going to read this to you. Because see, once I do this video and put it up here, it'll be up here, after I've moved on, and somebody could come back and watch this video and learn from it. But it's very important for you to understand that just like all water is not created equal, neither is calcium. So it says right here, I'm going to read this to you. Put this on the video for information's sake, right? Since we are not getting the necessary nutrients, vitamins, and minerals in our foods, which I already mentioned, it seems we must obtain what we need through supplementation. Calcium supplementation is difficult because elemental calcium, such as that found in most calcium supplements, is difficult to digest, especially for older people, because it must be ionized. What does X2O do to water? It ionizes it, it microclusters it, right? It says right here, let me read this over. Especially for older people because it must be ionized through the digestive process. How is your body's health and homeostatic balance, and that's the balance, okay? It says that. How is your body's health and homeostatic balance affected by ionic calcium? It seems that if you have enough ionic calcium in your diet or in your alkaline reserve, your bones and your tissues, it is easy for your body to maintain an optimum homeostatic balance. If you do not consume enough calcium so that sufficient ionization can take place, then you begin building calcium deficits, which will allow degenerative disease conditions to develop. Now, if you don't know the real true significance of calcium and magnesium, those are the kings and queen. That's the king and the queen of minerals. So why would you want to take a low quality, right, of calcium, being that it's this important to the body? I'm going to keep going, right? As you can see from the following microscopic pictures that I've already showed you right here, right? As you can see from the following microscopic photos of various calcium material surfaces, one of the benefits of Zuma's X2O calcium is it is porous. It's porous. These natural pores allow X2O calcium to have more surface area per gram, allowing stomach acid to come in contact more efficiently for easier absorption of the body or by the body. So being that our calcium is more porous, it means that it's easier absorbed by the body on a cellular level versus something that's more rocky or that's less porous, like egg calcium, dolomite calcium, and calcium carbonate, which is what most of you are buying out of the public sector when you go and buy supplements from the store. That's why it's so cheap. You got to think, why would they sell you 500 capsules or 100 capsules of 500 milligram calcium for $5? That got to let you know right there that something is not right. So, of the calcium supplements that were compared, X2O seems to be the optimal supplement to meet today's need for calcium supplementation. X2O seems to have several factors which enable it to be superior to the other calcium supplements. It is easy to ingest since you drink it in water. Water is nothing but a delivery system. It's the best and the most effective delivery system for minerals to get inside of our body cells on a cellular level. Right? It is easy to ingest since you drink it in water. It is quickly assimilated through the intestinal and stomach walls because of its accompanying microbes and its ionic electrical gradient. It is easily and quickly absorbed into the tissues and cell membranes because it is already in an ionic state. It's already microclustered. It doesn't have to be broken down. In addition, X2O detoxifies. That's back to the detoxification that I was telling you about. That's really supposed to take place daily, not just when you get sick or when you want to lose weight. It says, let me go back over this again. In addition, X2O detoxifies the water that it is added to by binding with the heavy metals and neutralizing chlorine. It also provides the body with other necessary ionic trace minerals. So I'm going to stop right there because I'm not going to read the whole book to you, but I just want you to understand for yourself on this video, because I'm going to leave this video up, why the quality of the calcium that you use and put inside your body every day matters. The quality of the vitamins, the quality of the minerals, the quality of the water, the quality of the foods that you drink. I mean, the foods that you eat, rather. I stand corrected. The quality of the things that we put inside of our bodies matters. Just like the quality of the gas that you put in your car, just like the quality of everything, the clothing or whatever it is you put on your body. But I'm not going to digress. I wasn't planning on this video being this long, but if time is what it takes in order to get through to you, the message of don't take what may appear to be a simple thing for granted, like your drinking water. So that concludes my water test. I gave you some more value. May you allow the information to resonate. May you go and do the research, in regards to the nanoplastics, the microplastics in the bottled waters now, the plastic bottled waters. You want to filter your water and you want to add X2O. I don't drink any water without it. And it's just really all about accepting nature for what it is, accepting the truth for what it is, and not altering it and not complicating it. And like I said, everybody's not going to be plant-based. Everybody's not going to be vegan. But if you're going to eat meat, and if if you're going to eat meat and you're going to eat seafood, then you're going to need supplementation even more so. Why? Because you need good gut health to digest all of that beef. You need the proper enzymes to digest all of that beef. We can help you with that. We got the assimilator. Because if you can't break it down, you can't digest it. And if you can't digest it and it ends up inside of your small and your large intestine, now you got IBS. Now you got Crohn's disease. Now you have diverticulitis. Now you got major problems. Now you got holes in your gut. So the fecal matter that's supposed to exit the body is now going back inside of your blood. Now it's getting to your brain, your heart. You get the picture. You got a problem there. You got an internal problem now. Why wait until the problem takes place or happens to start dealing with it? Why not get ahead of it? To me, that's true self-defense. Self-defense to me is seeing a problem before it happens, doing what I have to do to prevent it from happening. Not having always to respond to an attack. A lot of attacks can be thwarted through prevention. It's just something to think about. I don't want to spend my life having to keep fixing things. If I know that this is how this works, then I'm going to give it what it's supposed to, what it needs every day, right? In the highest quality, right? And, I'm going to take care of myself so that way I don't have to keep fixing myself. And with that, my name is Tamon Brown. Take care of yourselves. It's good chopping it up with y'all. Put my pH drops up. I'm not a scripted person. This is me right here. Anybody that really knows me knows this is me. They know I'm into health. They know I work out. They know I'm plant-based. And they know that I care about the people. You got to care about yourself enough to do what you need to do for you and yours, right? All I can do is share the information with you, let you know that there are better options. If you're not sure about something that I said, like I said, feel free. I would be up here anyway. I ain't in no rush. And like I said, now that I know about the nanoplastics, before I would drink this distilled water and add my X2O to it, like I said, before I drink it, I would pour this through a filter. I will filter this to make sure that the nanoplastics and microplastics or whatever it is have a far less, opportunity of getting inside of my body. But I typically wouldn't want to buy plastic bottled water at this particular juncture. So with that, we had an amazing training webinar today. They went over, just to give you some more value, they went over how chlorella is a superfood. It binds nanoplastics and microplastics inside of the body just like heavy metals. And we just so happen to have chlorella, spirulina, and brown green algae in a couple of our products. The Cardiozyme has it, has the Chlorella, and our Life Source multivitamin, multi-mineral, multi-algae complex called Life Source has it in it. But they also mention, black charcoal. Some of y'all are familiar with that. But gut health was talked about. We have a 25 ingredient, natural and organic, no artificial sweeteners, anything like that. Prebiotic called Zion 365. I use it every morning. We have a probiotic, 30 billion CFUs, colony forming units, 8 strains, top of the line, $30 for the month. That's just like me spending $1 a day just to make sure that my gut health is A1 every day. So it's all about how you place what kind of value you place on your health. Like I said, I'm 46. I feel amazing. I want to stay capable. A lot of people think that as we get older, we got to get broke down. We got to get decrepit. I'm not with that. I can get on at 46 years old on my first set. I can get on that pull-up bar and I can execute no less than 40 to 50 pull-ups on my first hump. And I can consecutively back-to-back rep out, I'll say 30 to 40 a set for 6 to 7 more sets. I'm not telling you that to impress you. I'm telling you that to motivate you and to inspire you, to let you know that age doesn't have to equal arthritis. It doesn't have to equal high blood pressure. It doesn't have to equal up to multiple back-to-back surgeries, thyroid issues, obesity. It doesn't have to mean that your better days are over with. If you take care of what you got, it'll take care of you. And that's all I got to say for today. I held y'all up long enough, but I know that this video gonna be up here. Whether you listen to a little bit of it, a lot of it, all of it, just know that it's coming from the heart. Live well, be well, eat well, and everything else will take care of itself. Take care of yourself inwardly and outwardly. And I'll see y'all on the next one. And like I said, you got any questions, get at me. Peace.